Okay, cool. Two things really quick. The first thing is, so when the YouTube videos are uploaded to Learn at Vor method, we don't actually need the timestamp here because the VMH will automatically calculate the amount of time and then delay the button that amount of time. So you don't have to do this part, which is nice because it just saves you a bit of time. The other key thing is, in the first worksheet also, I'm on the second one right now, AS2, also, I haven't done 3, 4, and 5 yet. But in the first worksheet also, all the ones that had buttons didn't have the multiple choice here. So we got to make sure that does happen. The first worksheet was entirely broken. This is also what the testing is for, and the person who was supposed to do the testing didn't get it done, so that's, you know, other issues to be dealt with. I get that. But just so that you remember to start looking for this more diligently. Usually what I will do, by the way, is I'm very big on having like a consistent process, because with these you're going so fast usually. But so usually what I'll do is I'll turn the whole thing into, you know, whatever. I get up to here and then I just hit like arrow up, up, and then to the right, and then you can like type, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you can put the MC over there at that point. I do it last because you don't always know that it's going to be a multiple choice question until you get through it, right? But then making sure that I know, okay, every time I start to type these little vertical bars, then go back up and do that, and add that in there. So just making sure that that actually does show up. The other thing is, if you hit select all here, some of these are like arrowed over, right? And then one of these down here actually has 2 spaces. So that's the easiest way to tell. This stuff where it's like it's out here instead of in the right place, sometimes it doesn't cause a problem and sometimes it does. The key thing being this, so okay, let me highlight it again. If it's like this, here, in between, that is interpreted as caret P, which is an enter to get to there, and then another caret P, which is an enter to get to there, right? That's how Word expresses that, caret P, caret P. In this case, though, so let me find one. Okay, so in this case, though, because it's here, that can sometimes be interpreted as a tab. So this would be like caret P to get to the next line, and then like caret T to do a tab, and then caret P again to get down to here. And so in that case, it won't find and replace all of the things. Like I said, sometimes it'll do it, sometimes it won't. Obviously, having 2 spaces is super bad, but I'll tell you how I handle those things, right? As I'm going along, as I'm going along creating all of these, I'm constantly just going backspace, backspace, enter, enter, right? Backspace, backspace, enter, enter. And like as I'm turning something into an array as well, I'll always just kind of be like, okay, you know, enter, enter, and then, okay, now, oops, like now here we are, right? And then I get to the next one, I'm like, okay, you know, I need to put the new line, and I'm just going to make sure, like, backspace, backspace. So you can do it kind of either way. You can hit the enters here and backspace here. But even, I mean, I just do this literally constantly. I'm constantly making sure that whatever spacing in between is done correctly, because I have had so many problems with this in particular, where the entire system just, like, loses its mind. Oh, I'm just now noticing also that this doesn't have the right things there, so that would not have worked out. That, because that would have been, it would have actually broken the VMH. I don't know how the VMH is currently functioning with this thing, because I think it's in the VMH. I have no idea. So this is very strange, but regardless, so things to look out for, make sure that that stuff doesn't do those kinds of things. And then, yeah, cool. Otherwise, you're great, and stay fancy, and thank you.